Welcome to Albion TV's War Report coverage here on Albion Asia. Today is the 18th of September 2025. I'm your host, Robin Hoodress, joined today as my co-host. We got L Ford and we also have Bogle on the camera and Knobs in the back end. How we doing here, L Ford?
We're doing great. I haven't really been able to watch Asia recently, but I heard there's some beef. But there's some beef with pretty big numbers on one side and, a group on the other side that has to really pick their fights here, it looks like.
Yeah,
we're starting on D-Bass.
Yeah. Look aren't really looking that big at the moment.
No.
It's not
I
great.
think I saw them max at 28 disarray. While in the zone next to this, in Zhangro Spring, we currently have an attacker with 48 disarray. We know that Look has friends in other alliances as well, but I'm not sure if those are enough to even match the numbers of Idol.
Yeah, it all depends who shows up. CTP Alliance, it consists of Pinoy Flower, which is the head of the Outlands here on Albion Asia. So if they decide to show up, it's a different story. They have shown up in the past down in this region. There are 3 territories under attack today at 1400 UTC. All 3 of them are in the region that we're in right now. So it's a little bit of a triangle. We got Fire Sink Caldera, Fire Sink Trench, and Sungborough Spring are the 3 territories under attack here. So maybe a bit of, ring around the rosies, waiting for CTP to show up in force. If they show up, we don't know. They did show up yesterday. To engage in a 2 versus 1.
I did find them actually. There's a fort launch you missed, which is third was the Waste next to Caldera, and CTP is currently there with 25 disarray attacking a territory.
Ooh, look at that, keen eye, L Ford. Love to see it. Do we have a defender? No, we do not. We have a 4-man.
There's a Dawnsong bomb squad that just got 2 kills, but that's 5 people.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
We have some players slowly trickling in here for RVG.
Looks more like a TV team. See a couple of regular bows. I'm not sure if this is a defender POV here. Yeah.
I mean, it's something. We'll put the bomb squad POV up on screen, just for the time being to see if they get any wonderful hits here. And here they go on the north side once again with that Dawnsong. Not going to secure anything that time around. The attacking forces of CTP are going to be a level 25 disarray debuff. So that 28 and a 25 spread out here at the moment for CTP and Look.
That's still less than the 48.
Yeah.
That's about 120 people. They might still have more groups somewhere else. But 120 versus the 48 disarray is 175. And they're all in one alliance. Oh, actually it's 52 disarray now, never mind. That is now 207 players minimum. That's tricky. That's tricky because if you're all in one alliance and you run over one side, and the fight is over. I just straight up over it. So I don't think it's a fight I can take.
Well, it's a fight that they're going to be taking elsewhere here for CTP, as I did find where the main bulk of CTP Alliance is currently situating themselves, and it's all the way over in Wetgrave Swale, which is on the far eastern side of the map here. They're actually raiding the territory here in Wetgrave Swale. Why?
Yeah,
because there's a little old mammoth cub inside the old territory activity chest.
Hell yeah. Who cares about your friends and allies when you can raid a territory, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that might be good content. Oh yeah, you have a POV already. Perfect.
Yeah, we do have MVP Alliance here in defense, and they are here in force as well. A level 42 disarray debuff here for MVP. We'll be watching from Heibaragi's point of view here. The attacking forces with a level 46 disarray debuff. We'll see how it plays out. I do see a little old Siege Bow Bomb Squad tucked away to the eastern side here. That's currently in the mana pool, getting back up into effect. And resets coming in. MVP, though, playing, you know, really not that aggressive. We're 5 minutes in, and the attacking forces are already on to the first layer of the territory, starting to work on the secondary and final level fortifications already. That's maybe not the greatest.
Yeah, it is kind of tricky defending this first layer, to be honest. But you also don't want to make it too easy for the enemy, because once they got too many of the secondary walls in, it gets a lot harder for the defender, like even more than that. And they're looking for small flank here on the north. Damage is coming in slowly, a lot of defense on the opposite side. And it's actually their allies that are losing quite a lot of people in the far west. I think they even went through the gate, potentially.
And the second wave. Yeah, second wave coming in. You can see it via the kill feed there. That's about 15 plus members dead here for MVP. Off to the western side of our screen here. That is very unfortunate. Though, re-gears, I think, are not too far away, if I am mistaken.
Yeah, I'm also checking right now.
Zone Northwest will be Meerkat Assemble.
Yeah, that's Meerkats. And in Grove we have Riku Fools.
Yes.
And then in this map you have 1994.
So, should be you know, a little bit more in their favor on that front. CTP, I don't have any close re-gears. May have banked down in Merlin's Rest or Fort Sterling Portal, depending.
It's very lucky. There goes the Siege Bomb Squad. Finding one kill on that side, but more allies dying to the far southwest, probably from inside the walls, getting bombed. Here goes another engage. It's a wild brawl already. We see a lot of astrals, we see a lot of axes, we hear a lot of axes, and it's just
Bomb Squad, face scale Bomb Squad going deep here into the back lines. It does connect. The Pierce comes in as well. And Meerkats Assemble are reassembling themselves back in their hideout with a nice little engagement coming out there from CTP. It is not looking good here for MVP Alliance. It is pretty much all one-sided here. Heibaragi looking to fire back. He does find 1 or 2 kills there on that return engagement. But he needs the Alliance members to step up. He needs his own Zerg to step up here. And stepping up and dying is definitely not what he would want. Looking at that kill feed once again, it is more Alliance members dying here. One more member of Meerkats Assemble falling as well.
Yeah, they really decimated the Alliance members here already. The disarray dropped to 38. That's quite a big drop. Like, the disarray goes up very, very slowly on the high numbers. So losing 4 disarray already in the 3 minutes that we're watching is not great. There goes another 2 kills for MVP if they really need those. But yeah, as we said, probably the enemy banked in Merlin's Rest. That's 3-4 maps out. There's a bit of danger to get ganked there, but yeah, we'll have to see. So far they're still outnumbering them. There goes a big clap. And Heibaragi loses half his party and his own life.
Yikes. I'm going to jump inside real quick to see what I can find as another POV. I do have one clicked already. Oh wait, I think I misspelled that one. Don't do that.
I'm on a soul side if you want that. Oh, that might be. No, is that a shaper? No, it's not one shaper. It's a... Okay, let's go with yours.
Yeah, it's Nemo as our POV over here with a golem. And the wall, or the gate, shall I say, there on the northwestern side of our screen, showing signs that is about to go down here. So we're 9 minutes in, and I think MVP already know it is done and dusted here. They are bailing out and leaving that CTP. We'll switch on over to Fockel. for the raid. Actually, his Fuckle wants the remaining loot bags here.
Yeah, they're going all the way out even. Who's gonna siege the tower? Somebody has to raid. They're still chasing.
The question is as well, like, will... So I got a POV for the flag carrier here, just so we can throw it up on screen. Question is, you know, there's a chance that the Mammoth Cub actually trashes, right? So, I believe it's like a 25% chance or something like that.
I believe what I heard is that used to be 30, but now the trash rate has been changed once. I would assume that it also went up to 33, just like everything else. But hey, it's hard to really get a statistic on this.
Yep.
Because we don't see the Mammoth Calves a lot, and then having to ask every single one, yo, did this one trash, did it not trash, is quite tricky, especially if one of you gives you the wrong answer and then your statistic doesn't work anymore. So here goes the raid. So
And
good chance they're gonna get this Mammoth Calf. Most important part, the enemy doesn't get it.
Yep,
That's for sure. Yeah.
Fuckle will be the one opening the chest here.
Yeah, we can't look into their inventories, unfortunately. There's not a lot of energy here, so they're not really here for this.
I will ask in local chat, see if I get a response. And the Mammoth did indeed live.
Nice.
There we go.
Oh, and they even launched an attack for tomorrow. Interesting.
Damn.
I mean, they were like, yeah, you have all these maps. Do
no
you really need them?
There's no need. Oh dear.
Yeah, we're still very early in the season, so getting something done here, getting some territories that you may... Yeah, it's only been a few days since you've been fighting for it, right? For the territories. So it's not too bad getting a couple more if you can afford it. Although we're not quite sure what the situation with the other coalition at 1 UTC. Whether they just deem this was more important or if they're not helping them at all. Because this force could have definitely been able to face Idle, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. And, you know, talking about Idle, if we switch back to Maverick, they have secured Sunken Spring for themselves. They're moving into Firesink Caldera right now. This territory also under attack, but not by Idle. It is by another group, which is the SKT Alliance. We do actually see that banner up on the map, but the blobs are already fleeing the territory here. As the overwhelming forces of Idle come into the zone. Yeah, I got a feeling CTP and Look definitely needed their big guns down here in this region today.
Yes, it did.
They're gonna be losing everything.
CTP was able to secure Terrasporter Waste, but that's probably not such a high priority map, really. I mean, they're happy they got it, but yeah, so this one still has a launch ongoing. CTP versus SKT Fuss. It looks like... I mean, they were already sieging it, right? So why would Idle come here now? Are they helping them siege it so it goes quicker?
Could be.
Why are they trying to deny them? And like raid for themselves for tomorrow. Oh no, they're working together. I see the flag bearer in the south and there's Idle people next to him. So they're working here to secure this territory for SKT Fuss, who also have been able to secure Firesink Trench. So that one goes to them, same as this one. I think it was a different alliance owning Waste. Or was it SKT? Ah. Well, anyway, they're going to secure these two territories for themselves with the help of a small Zerg of Idle. But I mean, what else is there really to do? I mean, they could also launch on Sunken Woods. Probably not a high
well,
priority map for them.
the zone next door, I did just check. CTP are actually they launched onto the hideout of RVG Alliance, who were the ones that were holding Thirstwater Waste as we came into the show.
Yeah.
So it looks like the territory has gone into HBG's hands now that they've launched onto the hideout here as well. You know, if Ida were working with anyone, now's the time to start maneuvering into that zone, you know?
Yeah, let me have a look at that.
Want to be it's only a level 1 hideout here, but it is under construction to upgrade to a level 2. So if they timed it correctly, tomorrow the hideout will upgrade to a level 2 and it will apply 2 extra shields.
Yeah, then it's at 3 out of 4.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 out of 4 tomorrow.
But the launch cost was only for level 1, so they were like, this is basically free. We'll launch today, because if they launch tomorrow, well, costs a bit more.
Yeah.
But could it be that CTP and Idle are kind of working together, as we didn't see them clash?
No. CTP and Look are working together.
I'm surprised that Idle wasn't interfering with this blob here in Waste then.
Maybe they just didn't get that information. Actually, I don't know. But Maverick, if we switch back, he is now back on the move. He is leaving SKT to secure the territory here in Caldera. We'll see what happens next here in zone. But
yeah, tower's being channeled right now.
We can also
PvE
take a
team.
little peek at the old world map, because we're obviously going to be you know, heading towards that castle timer here shortly. So let's see if we have any juicers of a castle in the Outlands at the moment. I opened up the world map. It's not looking good here, L4. It's not looking good.
Did see a blue and a couple greens. Well, I found a legendary.
Okay.
But it's in the map that we always forget about, Gravemount Cliffs.
Actually,
so for a lot of people, it's quite a long run.
Gravemount Cliffs has been an absolute banger of a castle spawn here on Albion.
Oh, there's another one. Brownfield Court is also legendary.
Okay, all right, we'll take that. So potential
get eyes on both.
Banger action here for castles. Obviously, castles, they can be opened and looted at the top of the hour. Guilds normally start moving.
We can already go Brownfield Course now.
Ooh.
It's GRB versus Nori.
Nice.
Could be a friendly fight, honestly. I'm not quite sure, because GRB seems to be... They seem to be chilling right now.
Yeah, this looks like a little bit of a friendly fight here. People are asking to buy food in Say Chat. I will drop us a POV for the defenders, which will be GRB.
Okay, let me have a look. So number-wise, 40 disarray on Nori. And I can't imagine a defender having that many. The defender's at 33.
Wait, oh no, that's Nori that I gave us our POV for. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, no problem. We're not missing anything yet. Let me have a look. Well, it looks like it started. Somebody died from Nori.
First engagements over the wall. I'm trying to find their golem engage.
Grigora is one. I'll write it.
What?
But I checked a couple of people here. There's a bunch of people in tier 7 equivalent on the defender side. That seems a bit low for ZVZ, for a legendary castle. I will see if that's gonna work out for them. Yeah, but Nori is starting to smash the gates now. And GRB, Pure Gold, is trying to defend. Good defenses there in front. I didn't lose anyone there.
Normally on this castle layout, like, a lot of the guilds don't even play off the doors here. Nice little solid engagement though coming out. Going to secure 1 kill, but they lose 1 on the return as well. So it's a 1-to-1 trade on that engagement.
Yeah, the gates aren't that healthy.
Little bomb
break very soon. Ooh, nice bomb. Yeah, another bomb coming in. This one didn't secure anything. But these gates go down very, very quickly. You can have unlimited hammers on them. And I assume as soon as both these gates are down, it's going to be a wild brawl inside the Lord Room. Here comes an engagement. Oh, it's just a clump.
It burned a lot of defensives there, though. That's what that fake engagement really wanted to do. You've seen a nomadic staff go down, 2 Judicator armors used there as well. A crap ton of guard runes and big boy hills. Root bound getting activated there, way out of position. But the return engagement back onto Nori is pretty devastating. Permafrost bomb squad as well in motion. Just hit the western side. Didn't secure kills, but big pressure coming out here. You know, GRB holding their own, at least for now.
Yeah, so GRB full engaged. Like they had a lot of people engaged when Nori walked in, and Nori used all the defenses there. And then the next engage that came in secured so many kills because all the defenses were down. They were not ready for it.
Well, interesting things happening right now. GG's got caught about 30 seconds ago, but clumps were still being made for both sides. Kills were being made on both sides. Finally, it has come to a stop here. So, I thought we were about to see the little friendly old agreement fall apart here between these two forces as engages kept going. But it does look like a GG has been called, and both sides are now stopping their fight, at least for the time being.
Yeah, I think it's going to continue, though. I think both teams want this legendary castle. They're going to go and fight again. I'm really surprised. Like, as I said, I checked a couple pure gold people, and they were on 7 flat. So I was like, is this like a training group, and they're just training ZVZ against a really big fort? But they were killing. Like, Nori is, like, All Rise is one of the top guilds, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they've been around for quite a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very surprised that they were able to just secure so many kills and force a GG against an outnumbered fight.
These GRB guys doing pretty well so far. I was kind of expecting, like you said, you know, Nori are very well known, very good ZVZ force. I was kind of expecting them, once that gate to fall, that they would just come in and steamroll these guys inside. But that was not the case.
Yeah, GRB Pure Gold is actually 2nd place right now in the season. All Rise is rank 1. So we're actually seeing in a number 1 versus number 2 fight right now.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it seems to be quite friendly, so...
It normally is here on Albion Asia a lot. So that's one thing. I know, like, obviously you don't do a lot of coverage here on Albion Asia, but I would say somewhere in the region of like 80 to 90% of the fights that we see are normally friendly. And what's even more interesting is even those friendly fights are sometimes between rival groups. Like they will still set up friendly fights between each other, even though they're, you know, technically at war, or they're not like on friendly terms. They will still set up friendly fights, and both sides agree to the terms. Like a lot of that does happen here compared to the other 2 servers as well. So it's took a while to get used to to that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's quite
are
wild,
these
actually.
guys like working together, like on the political like landscape, or are they, you know, just agreeing to a friendly fight because they have nothing to do? Like, what's actually happening here? But you know, being in a couple of the Asia servers, EVZ discords, I have, you know, seen the CTAs and stuff, and most of the time it is like announced that it's friendly fights and stuff. But on the flip side, we also see the political landscape where, you know, these guilds sometimes, you know, are challenging each other in like a rank push, or they don't like each other, but they will still friendly fight, and it's quite interesting. But Nori and Orize are actually leaving the zone, going southwest. I don't know if they shall return. Maybe they're making sure their re-gears get back into the zone. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
also what I would imagine. I was checking the map right now. GRB also, they also have Sunset in the alliance. They're holding the Razorrock Passage, Driftwood Hollow area, but also the Drownfield areas, and also some zones closer to the Deadford portal. While No Re is holding the Murder Gorge zones. So I would assume that we would see a lot more launches here if they were actively fighting each other, but there's not a single launch between these two.
Well, from
So that's
one
probably
legendary
it.
castle to the other, it is currently getting sat on, so to speak. Griffin
Yep.
Empire are the ones in a defensive position in Gravemound Cliffs for that other legendary castle. So they're ready to rumble for whoever shows up. Only a level 18 disarray debuff. But one thing I wanted to mention, like you said, Gravemound Cliffs was way out the way. But here on Albion Asia, Gravemound Cliffs Castle has been the provider of some insane content. We're talking, you know, one versus one versus one versus one versus ones. We've seen 4 ways, 5 ways, 6 ways. I think even the end of last season when we were here, I think we had like an 8-way battle at one point, but they're all like 20 to 60 man guilds groups. Like that was it. There wasn't no cluster queue activated. It was just like groups that are medium-sized scale all battling it out against each other. Maybe we get that again today with that legendary castle spawn here in Gravemound Cliffs. We'll wait and see. But it's the place to be when it comes to that medium-sized content.
Yeah, so Pure Gold left the castle, and it looks like... Well, I'm not quite sure yet. There's still a few All Rise and a few Pure Gold in the castle, in course. So, not quite sure what the deal is. But it's not being actively flipped right now. So we'll have a look. Where's Autocracy? He probably died. He's in Tedford Portal. He's Whitemore End now, so he's probably making his way there. Maybe, do we already see where Grigora is going? Because it might be that they're actually going all the way to... no, they're not going all the way there. They're going back to Portal, it looks like. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I checked on some of the other big groups that are out and about. Fockball, leading CTP Alliance in Plaque. They have just banked and are on the march once again, heading southeast out of Darkborough Snag. And I've got a feeling that they may be running towards Idle because Maverick is holding territory defense position in Dry Veins Step with that level 48 disarray debuff. So I'm expecting potentially that these two forces will meet each other on the battlefield before the hour ends here. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I did see that Luke already launched again on Spring. And CTP launched on Caldera. It's already ready for tomorrow. It didn't launch yet on Trench. Or Steppe, as you said, which Steppe is the only territory that Idle had. The only 14 UTC territory that they had before that. Yeah. So... yeah, I see Plaque moving now. But there's still 4... Well, if they go all the way to Drive and Stab, it's 7 maps out.
Yeah.
That's probably where they're heading, so it's gonna take a few minutes to get there. But I'll keep hopping around and of course also keep an eye on the 2 castles that we have. 2 legendary castles.
Yeah,
Not
look,
quite sure yet what the deal is.
they're
yeah,
also
All Rise
voting
is
in Dry
getting
Vein
course right now.
contriving end. So they're holding there. There's another blob on the southwestern door of Look, and that's going to be the Arc Alliance, who I don't know where they stand. They're also a level 28 disarray debuff, so maybe we do have a lag check on D-Bass, so it looks like a potential setup fight here between the Look Alliance and the Arc Alliance, who are on the southwestern door. So we'll have another friendly fight. I told you, it's very organized here on Albion Asia.
But with a lot of really big Zergs still around, like not far away. So we'll see how that interferes, if they have that info. Or if they're like, oh, we do our fight, you do your fight. I mean, if it's a lot of organized friendly fights, then I guess that might be what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, they get ready here in Driving End.
Yep, overcharges ringing out here, food getting popped. Had one lag check. Or if D-Bass is main shock caller or, you know, bomb squad shock caller, but he's got that one-handed mace attuned. We'll see. There are many other clump makers here as well. Another another golem, shall I say, over to the western side of our screen. A game of Ring Around the Rosies. Look Alliance will miss out on South Vision advantage if they choose to take the fight in this position right now. Like they are choosing to do so.
Next to the group camp, there goes overcharge.
Gotta be careful about that group camp.
Yeah, that group camp is dangerous. It's a high quality zone, tier 7. A lot can happen if you fight next to it. Right, as you said, organized fight. They're just waiting for the enemy now. I'm gonna check a couple people because I think I saw something interesting here.
You see the little kidnap build, or
no,
was
it's not a kidnap.
Okay.
It's not on Dusk Reboots.
Yeah, I saw that little the little guy there glowing. Looks like he's got a lightsaber in his hand.
Yep, that's a pretty Gucci one, but yeah, he's on Boots of Valor, so just brawling. Straight up brawling.
Well, here we go then. First enemy is just down to the southwestern side. We do have a very small choke point coming up here, but Look just, or should we say, Edoc just clearing some of the mobs around them so they don't get mob aggro as they potentially kite here. Are they going to play off that choke? Cleric count already utilized here by an overextending D-Tank. Fully engagement on top of him, and he does die. That's definitely not what you want here for Arc right off the rip.
Yeah, that was a welcome invitation. Like, very, very easy kill there. Very deep, then using Cleric Cowl, and just instantly getting engaged on after you get out of that ice block. Not really a big chance, but I don't know how he ended up in that position in the first place. So, yeah, really great.
Mance was just going for a little walk there.
Yeah. He said, I'm scouting. And he's like, yep,
and I'm dead.
They're here. They're here, and I'm dead.
As is the way with most scouts.
And they found me. Yeah, that's how it goes. Like there, we also saw a harpoon being thrown, and then immediately you had a guard rune under the target, so they couldn't just walk back and not worry too much about getting kidnapped even further.
Both sides dropping those preemptive defensives on the floor here. There's that kidnap harpoon coming out once again. Nothing to be found here as both sides look for shallow engagements on the choke point. Secondary wave coming in. Massive defensive. Great arcane, though, stopping that south flood. And the breakthrough is starting to come in here. Arc not able to find anything. These beetles, though, faux channel nearly on that beetle there for the Arc. You know, that's something that Look need to, you know, try and shut down near instantly. Do not allow those beetles to faux channel. think that those arcane players need to be on top of.
Yeah, so Ark has at least 2 beetles, and as you said, both of them got like a full channel out, and so many targets got silenced. So Edok was completely unable to counter engage. And also the 100 arcanes also silencing. There goes an engage.
That's nice little one. Hit there.
3 kills, quite a lot at this scale.
Secondary wave now coming in onto the front lines. No, 1 kill traded back here as Ark. Actually, no, pick up a few more as late DPS do connect onto the choke point. Is pretty much an even trade now. About 4 or 5 each side. Look, maybe looking to pull away off this choke point. I mean, D-Bass here, Diddy dancing.
Edok was completely unable to do anything there on the choke because we had, again, 2 beetles full channeling. They couldn't move, and that's why they lost people in front, because they couldn't provide extra defenses for them. They cannot push his choke while the beetle is up. It just takes a silence to stop it. But as long as that's not happening, it's not looking good.
Yeah, and on top of the beetle silences, you also got those Hellion Hood smoke bombs activating as well. That's another AoE silence that's just interrupting and denying DPS output here from Look. It does look like Look are now finally starting to pull away off that choke point. Maybe looking to try and bring this out into a bit more of an open battle here on the map. Let's see what happens. Like all the way east, and then we're probably going to go south and down. And then spread out here.
Yeah, meanwhile, it looks like we're going to have a second round of a fight in Drownfield Court as well, between Pure Gold and All Rise.
Okay.
So once this action here dies down, we can hop over there again.
On over. Interestingly enough here, you know, Edok only have 1 battle mount, and it's a Juggernaut, which is quite interesting. Like, no chariot, you know, nothing, which is very, very surprising. They are, you know, a pretty sized force here, 28 disarray debuff, and only 1 kind of meh battle mount, but big engagements coming in here. Now we're out into the open field. Things are going to get a little bit mixy, a little bit messy. Trades coming in for both sides, and a big clump and deletion onto the far southwestern side of our screen here. Look, need to look for some decent defensives right now. Heals starting to come back up. D-Bass though trying to look for heals. See Diddy dancing around. Finally gets a beam coming out. That beamer gets interrupted. Big defensive plays coming out from that D-Tank with the Camlan Mace. But here we go, deep into the eastern side. Pierce comes through. Can they capitalize off of it? Only 2 kills secured. Great defensive plays coming out here for the Ark Alliance.
Yeah, great defensive. A lot of Clericals. A couple of them were too late for it. We see them pretty much brawling all over the place. So they're using Qs and Ws, and then just when their main call comes in, they're clapping and hoping that there's not too many defenses left. D.Ba's jumping out with his air compress, so not finding any targets. So the battle board isn't looking great for them right now. The last couple kills all went in favor of the opposing alliance. Here goes a couple wind walls, another beetle that they have to essentially just get out of because they do not have anything to interrupt right now. Yeah, they're spread all over the place. They're gonna look for an engage very, very soon. Here it goes. Oh yeah, that's a good one. 5-1. Yep. 5 people going down.
They definitely needed that. Can Ark fire back here? That is the question. Look, doing a good job here spreading out. But, ooh, I mean, that could have been something there, but defensive's coming down. DPS really not connecting here for Ark at the moment. D-Bass should have cooldowns up right about now. Looking for something potentially here once this just wave of defensives vanish off the screen. Air compress comes out. DPS unfortunately not able to finish off many kills there as the Clericals were activated once again here. The back and forth continues. The kill feed, you know, it's balancing itself out here. Look are trying to restabilize themselves, trying to spread out. They're doing a good job here. A massive spread to the north side. With Arc really struggling to really find anything. Multiple Hellion hoods activated. That's 3 or 4 silence puddles just on the southwestern side of our screen. And there it comes once again. The Pierce on point on top of that. I gotta give it
good,
MVP.
Good knock-ups there. Preventing the clericals from going through. So a lot of people caught out by that, not able to push their button right in time. And Look is doing a good spread with just one Battlemon, as you said. Quite good. They're getting another nice engage here on the east, which Arc was probably not expecting because they're mainly looking for the one air compressor of D-Bass. But they're all over the place here.
Yeah, and I gotta say, here we go again. Ooh, that time around, unfortunately, no kills secured. The Beetle about to get dismounted here for Arc as well. But MVP for me, this fight, like we are still halfway through this fight, but I gotta give it to the carving player that's working alongside D-Bass. He has hit every single clump on point. I think it's Hollyward over to the western side of our screen there. I believe that is the main carving piercer here for D-Bass's clumps. He has been pretty much on point every single time, and that pierce is huge. And here it comes again, right down, slap bang through the middle, but it's going to be a headbutt engagement. Both sides losing 1 or 2 players here. It could be more. Can Look stabilize off of the secondary engagement? They can, and they hold on for dear life. And it's probably one of the big changes that came in with the last patch when we had the combat balance changes. The Fallen staff with the immunity now. Kind of stops any real follow-up executions coming out. But look at that, Pierce on point once again, right on top of D-Bass.
Yeah, securing 1 kill, and then right after the clerical ends, there goes the secondary engage. 2 more kills secured there. Yeah, as you said, there are counters, of course. It is Fallen Staff has cast time, and it then has also some time before it actually activates because it's being channeled on the ground. There goes another 6 people going down. This is looking very one-sided now.
Yeah, this is starting to come into cleanup right here. Also, the Fallen E damage immunity buff can be purged as well. But at the moment, it's getting its, playtime, so to speak, in ZVZs. We also see the Rampant there also getting utilized in ZVZs quite a bit more now. As well, as that removes damage over time effects for all allies standing on top of it. So yeah, healer's definitely getting a lot of love in last combat balance patch, and Great Arcane nearly denying that clump, but 1 kill secured as well. Can Arc pull it back here? I don't think so. GG's just got called here in Say Chat, and again, it was a friendly setup fight, but a great fight nonetheless. I think both sides definitely took something away here for their VOD review. Probably for Look, it's got to be, focusing, getting those beetles locked down and denying those channels. Definitely a standout point there. MVP, though, sticking with my choice during that fight, and it is going to be that carving player. Holly Ward, I believe, was the name. Very, very good carving player there for EDOC. But great fight indeed.
Yeah, I think the fight got a lot better for them when they were not fighting around that 1 choke, because they had so much trouble against the beetle. But you shouldn't have trouble against 2 beetles in an enemy comp. You should be able to have just 1 arcane player deal with it. It's not really a big deal. You have the Fort passive, you have worst case, you have your 1 arcane E, and you could also go with the 3rd Q option. All valid options to just stop beetles if that's what's hindering you to play on a choke. But they were still able to manage it by just going to a different position, going to an open area without chokes, and just brawl it out.
Good fight indeed. Good fight indeed. Well, it looks like we're going to get our final piece of content here soon enough. Idle now rocking a 54 disarray debuff here in Dry Vein Steppe, but right next door, it's going to be CTP, Pinoy Flower, just prepping themselves potentially to come into zone. Never mind, I lied. They're going northeast. It looks like we're not getting the fight. God damn it.
Yep.
It was shaping up to potentially be something great here. A 49 disarray debuff here for CTP. You know, we obviously saw Plaque go elsewhere for the Mammoth Cub earlier on. So all objectives in this area are done and dusty. But I thought we're going to get a little bit of action between Idol and CTP now that the two main big boy forces are here. But that is not going to be the case, as Plaque scurry on home.
Yeah, they do, but the Flying Dutchmen are also moving. They're also moving to the northwest now, driving step, yeah. Not quite sure what they're planning to do there, because they have one HQ in this map here in driving step, which is best in paradise, of course. So now they're just holding the northwestern map, okay. But it's not looking good, because the possible attackers already in River Cop's curve. So yeah, they're not regrouping anything. They are literally running back home. It's not looking great.
It is not, and I just checked both the legendary castles as well. Nothing happening on that front at the moment. Still 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, there was another fight on the Drownfield Course castle, but Nori was able to secure that one with a lot more confidence this time. So it was a very short fight. Yeah, therefore they flipped it again.
We do have a fight in Sunstrand Delta for the blue castle. I'm just trying to find the shock caller here for the defenders. I think I found him. There we go. Name is in chat. And the gate has just fallen here, so it's going to be Giga versus Jin here. CCTV versus the Scavengers. And Scavengers are the ones that currently own the castle, so they're going to be able to step in and out of this gate here on the western side. CCTV can step out, but they can't step back in. So the Jin, who's the main shot caller here for CCTV, that just stepped out, cannot step back in.
Yeah, so all the Lurk has to follow in now. Otherwise, they're going to be stuck there for a while, at least until they break the gate again. So here they go. They push through now. Giga is on the back foot, but a lot of front line of CCTV is still low. So once they got an engage, they can definitely get something going. That's that Infernal Scythe did so much damage. It almost one-shot the Mr. Bond there. That was crazy. Like a lot of AoE escalation, no defenses, and the dot of the Infernal Scythe actually managing to kill a player there. And
yeah,
they keep going to the next gate.
Yeah, the tanks here for CCTV playing super aggressive, going all the way to the back lines. They will get full engaged on. And Toadie does go down, but the flood comes in nonetheless. Will Scavengers be able to make it through the gates here? They lose 2 as they retreat back inside. Remember now, CCTV have to bash this eastern gate. Get back in. Ooh, nice
what a deep engage.
CCTV, wakey, brothers.
Wow.
What's going on?
Yeah, I guess I didn't expect to get engaged there, because everyone was busy hammering and watching the hammers on the north. And he just goes for a straight south engage, pulling people back, the Witcher pulling even further, and 3 people could die. It's crazy.
That was a surprising one. I'm pretty sure those 3 players going to get yelled at potentially for their placement there, but see.
Very slow engage there, not synchronized. Oh, there's
another
another
bolt coming in by the southwestern door, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that.
The gate
is mid guild set X something.
Okay.
And they are at 11 disarray.
All right, well, let's see
exactly
how
this kind of number.
How this goes. I mean, they're both sending it into the castle, dude. They do not care whatsoever. Giga pulling back to the western side, allowing mid to go in. Giga now coming back in here. They're not friendly as engagements come in, and they secure a couple kills there. I mean, I've seen some ballsy plays here from, Zergs in my time, but that ballsy play from mid there just walks into the castle.
They
No
walked
F
straight into the
given,
middle in between the two
right?
Zergs.
Like, who does that?
They were going very deep. Like, they were first engaging a bit on Giga, then they were like, oh no, they're pulling out. Then they were going deep onto CCTV, but they were so deep that they just got their backline collapsed on. And I think they're out already. Because it's great to be confident here, to play with ballsy, but you can't go in like a headless chicken like that.
No, that was something, but they did pay the iron price for that play. CCTV finished them off as they secured a couple more kills outside the castle. Giga now looking once again over the walls here, a little bit late there on the old golem wall plumpage, and that will allow CCTV to faux steamroll right down through the middle. Back to this western gate once again here. A couple more members going down. Giga, I think it could be a case that they're broken right now.
Yeah, 4 members going down. A lot of people still low. And healers have to connect here. Also some healers dying on the engage.
Like Giga though, will they go back through?
They're quite spread. There's still a couple people further west that they have to save. And Sept C is back in the castle actually. Are they trying to flip the castle right now?
Yes, they are. I heard the
no gate here anymore.
Horn.
Yeah, now Giga has to take a bigger lap, it looks like.
Yep, all the way to North Courtyard and around. That will force, obviously, CCTV to follow suit through the eastern side, putting this group
actually trying to flip. But they made it very easy for CCTV now, who are able to easily flip the castle, while Giga has to go for another lap. They could go back in, but I don't think they have enough time. I think very soon the castle is gonna flip. Actually, I was still
I can see the channel happening right now. It's about to go.
And there we go.
Castle
so now they have the guards against them. They have the gates against them. The only way out for them is to go out. They can't go back in anymore. They're going. No, don't go northeast.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go back up there as well. I was like, maybe they don't know.
So they didn't realize they lost the castle. That's not what you should do. There goes another Infernal Sight. That's doing so much damage. If you have a few Infernal Sights, they can put so much pressure. That's crazy. Look how low everyone is.
Yeah, I mean, Infinity Blade there slicing
the
dice
Demon
as well.
There goes
yeah,
Spike,
the
Incubus,
amount of pressure from that scythe, dude. You know, it got nerfed. It used to be like a full-blown meta weapon back in the day. Everyone used to, run 50 of them.
Well,
now,
I think damage-wise,
damage doesn't stack, but if you bring 1 or 2 in a Zerg, we just saw the effects of it there. It still hits like an absolute truck. GG's, I guess. Very well played here.
GG's. Yeah, as you said, like it doesn't stack, but if you just bring some people that are playing very deep and you just have a few of them, they do so much damage. But yeah, a lot of different weapons also being used there, and that's the beauty about Albion. We have so many different abilities that all have some sort of utility or damage in a different way, and that really adds up if you bring a good variety of them to the battle. All right. I mean, well, I'm checking. Maverick is he went to Arthur's Rests. Is it possible he's still making it to Greyhound Cliffs? I think he's no. Okay, they have a HQ.
No.
That is not happening. Most
not
likely.
Even on the fastest mounts in the game, I don't think that's possible. Right, but yeah, looking at the world map, both of those castles are not under attack, so both legendary castles not seeing action. All Rise will take Drownfield Course, and Griffin Empire taking an uncontested Greyhound Cliff legendary castle today. Very surprised with that. Like I said, I hyped up that zone quite a bit today. and the internet decided to prove me wrong, unfortunately. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I checked the neighboring zones as well. There's no Zergs approaching. So it looks like it's going to be a free one for Griffin Empire. Yeah, I thought we had 50 minutes left, but it was just 6, so...
Yeah.
It's quite tricky getting there and flipping the castle. Especially with this layout, you have to break at least 2 gates before you can deny anything. Oh, but maybe... Oh, we have a small group of Western Paradise in Sunstrand Delta. So we might have action now in Jinth. CCT versus Western Paradise, Sunstrand Delta.
Okay.
How big is that group? So we're... Defender CCTV is at 18 disarray. There's more blobs here. Let me have a quick look.
This would be a pretty decent
31.
fight.
31 disarray on the attacker.
Right.
It's going to be a tricky defense, especially once they destroy this first gate. If they have good dots, they can stop the opening of the chests for quite a while. I mean, it's not that important on the blue chest, but you never know. Oh, there goes one of the hammers. Fuso going down. Counter engage, not enough. But CCTV needs more than just this. Like, they are being heavily outnumbered. They need to get into a gate as soon as they can now.
They're looking to fire back here.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to find
Western
anything
Paradise
apart
didn't
from
have-
a wall of defensives.
Yeah, I thought Western Paradise was gonna full put in there. Nope, they just lose one right away. They're actually gonna fight in this courtyard in north. Oh, there goes a big harpoon. Uh-oh.
Gone fishing.
He have gig pots though, right? Does he have gig pots? Ready?
Yo, look at that holy healer. You know, he went to keep his shockwaller alive.
Yeah, he made it out without a gig pot, actually.
Yeah, pretty insane.
Yeah.
Here we
Not
go.
even Smuggler's Cave, by the way. 2 gigs left. Didn't want to waste it for that one.
Okay. I thought that would have been a little bit more messy there. Actually, as I take all that back. The Infinity Blade Infernal Scythe wombo combo to the western side of Western Paradise, sending those guys into Paradise, but it doesn't stop. The brawl continues here. It gets mixy. It gets messy here. Clump on the western side, not going to find anything with follow-up DPS. Jiv should have cooldowns up right about now. Judicator Helm into the air compress, into the DPS output, securing another 3 kills here.
No support at all in front.
Look at they hit again in the exact same place.
Yeah, and the front line was just dying. There was nothing on the ground. No guard crew, no demon armor, no Judy armor, no heals. And they're getting flanked now. By Z
by mid are back.
Yeah. They were already on the ground. How they've been kicked while on the ground. They came in here with a 31 disarray. And they're looking to maybe flee here very soon. 14 disarray.
Well.
They lost. What? They lost half their Zerg.
Yep. They may lose all of them here. I mean, Western Paradise getting chain CC'd as CCTV march forward here. Scripsy's the main shock order for Western Paradise, still on the battlefield, so they're still in it. Out into the open field we go. Fake engagement on the eastern side. Jib, main shock caller, main engagement here. Another fake engagement here with the golem. Just waiting. And it's going to be Western Paradise looking for something here. And here comes the main Zerg engagement in Western Paradise. Hook, line, and sinker getting baited by those fake engagements. The real engagement coming out, securing another 4 kills. And mid also getting involved in the action on the far western side of our screens here. CCTV marching forward. He wants to put the final nail in the coffin of Western Paradise. It's Western Paradise fleeing off in all different directions. They are calling a get out if you can. And now all eyes now onto mid here on the south side of our screen. 1 minute to go. The castle will go to the hands of CCTV.
Yeah, now they have the 1v1 that they wanted. Oh, nice with a longbow even.
Nice little clump dump coming in. It's just
There
pure
was
pressure.
more.
Yeah, I mean, that Infernal Scythe into the Infinity Blade combo that CCTV's got, it's doing numbers on their enemies right now.
Yeah, CCTV looks to run a lot of DPS. But the DP, a couple of them just got caught as well, and they lost 2 there in the front. But simply having this much DPS in a brawl setup allows you to hit on different angles and just put so much pressure. And I mean, that's it. There's 6 more people going down here, 7. Sept C is probably going to be out of the race soon. And yeah, they're just running into different directions. Well, we saw the blob of Idol leaving to the northwest.
Yep, and cleanup crew now coming in, and that will be it. Right on top of the hour here for us. That means it's the end of the Asia server war report. It's not going to be over for AOTV though. Today we'll be back at 1800 UTC for the European war report, along with a Q&A show with Lupac after that. And we actually may have a learning show right after this one, if I am not mistaken. So do stick around. Actually, we'll have some premium codes to give away, and that will be with Lupac and Melitris. So do stick around for that one coming up right after this. So if you're not already, make sure you're following the channel. L Ford and Bogle, thank you for joining me today, and we'll be back very shortly. So wherever you are in the world, have a glorious morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Adios.
Goodbye.